Mike McClung here in the Royal Examiner's studio, and with me today are two of our community leaders in Warren County. We have Brooke McClung over here. She's the job developer at the Department of Social Services, right? And of course, our favorite, Michelle Smeltzer, is the community liaison director of everything else. All right. Today, though, the DSS has a job fair coming up here in October 25th.
Yes.
And it's something that's high on the priority list. So we want to go over what is the job fair, what it's all about, how can we all benefit from it, et cetera, et cetera. So, Brooke, why don't you start and tell us?
The job fair is open to anybody in the public. We have businesses that are actually coming from all over. We have some from Winchester, some here locally. There's going to be George's, Teray, County of Warren will be there. Valley Health, those are just some of the few.
Right.
We do run an ad in the newspaper. You can look and see more of who's going to be attending. It's going to be at the community center on 538 Villa Avenue in Front Royal next Tuesday, the 25th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And anybody and everybody is welcome.
You know, every employer, I think, in the Valley's got a sign up that says, $1,000 sign up, $5,000 sign up, come to us, quit your other job and come work for us. I mean, it's almost like we're poaching people from each other right now. The labor market seems tight, and you wonder why that is. I mean, there's various reasons, but like you say, a lot of these major employers, small employers, are looking for people to come work. It's an important thing. Which keeps the wheels moving. So why does the DSS get involved in these job fairs? I mean, I'm just curious.
Because our local DSS has a job developer, which is what I do, and I work with clients and community members to seek employment, to build job skills, development, to anything that they need in as far as employment services. And since my position is at DSS, that's why we are involved. So DSS hosts a job fair about every 6 months.
Right. What are they, move people off, move them up?
Right.
So this is one of your helping hand programs. It's a good idea. I think we have, in fact, there's probably so many programs that a lot of people aren't aware of, that training, I know we talked before about nursing programs and I was going to say Lord Fairfax, but
Laurel Ridge. Yes, we work with them.
It has lots of these job training classes and equipment and simulators and all sorts of cool things going on, and we just don't really take advantage of the things too. Even in school, they got the Blue Ridge Technical Center is training young people in the different skill set. I think nowadays the trades are making a lot more money than the college graduates.
That seems like it. It does, yes.
And we always have a shortage.
Right.
We always have a shortage of the trades. We just really do. And when you look at it, everybody wants to be a, technician or a robot. But, there's nothing wrong with these trades that are out there.
It's really important that people get trained in those because we all need them.
Well, and if you have and a lot of times you get involved with either from a kid, you work for your parents or your uncle, but a lot of times, you just have a passion for something, and it doesn't hurt to, a friend of mine, his kid is working in Flint Hill at a custom woodworking shop and learning a real skill of forming the wood and making custom made furniture and stuff, and he loves it. I thought, and I knew this guy. I said, he's the last job I thought he'd ever get into, but somehow it just fell in his lap, and he loves that stuff. So there's a lot of people like that out there, and it's just great. So again, there's no cost.
No cost
to show up. No fees.
No cost for the employers. No cost for the clients.
So other employers, if they see this, they could call you up and
Brooke
make a space.
at DSS. Yes.
Yeah, make a space to be there and it's at the community center, which is really the old Samuel's Public Library for those that have been around here a few days. But it's right there on Villa and Kendrick Lane, 6th Street. Go right out.
There'll be signs. We'll have signs out.
Oh, can't miss it. It's a great it's a great thing to do. I really appreciate that. I know she's got see all these cheat sheets that she mailed me these emails. She said, print these out because this is what we're going to talk about. So the job fair, that's number one. We want to push that job fair. That's great. What's number two?
Well, the Social Services is also having their second annual trick-or-treat or Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee, as we like to call it.
Right.
On 15th Street at our facility on the track down on the track. So we have a lot of businesses and nonprofits that are setting up tables. Most of them will have treats for the kids. We encourage everyone to dress up. We're also having a contest on the best decorated table area. We're going to have a bouncy house. I think it's a train this year.
Sure.
And we're at Parks and Rec. We're partnering with them, so they're going to have a bunch of games out there for the kids. We're going to have an inflatable costume race. So so a lot of us at DSS, we like to, kid around, and we have inflatable dinosaurs that we run around in periodically.
Right, I've seen you in those things.
So we're going to have all of our inflatables down there, and we're going to have a race. So that should be entertaining.
I can see the dinosaur.
Yeah,
It was a huge hit last year.
It was.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of funny.
Of course, you notice there's no video of it.
Right. So it was just a fun time last year. Just fun for the kids. It's only 2 hours. It's on the 27th, which is a Thursday night from 6 to 8 p.m. And we're just going to have, some music and
No
games
cost.
and
No
it's all
cost.
free.
All
Yeah,
right,
all
great.
free.
That's a lot of
Yep.
fun to do. It's a good time of year. I think the adults enjoy it more than the
Right.
kids do.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. We had a good turnout last year.
Okay.
So
All right, so that's October the 27th.
yes, we do have something coming up. I know we've tried to make these in date order, which I wasn't good about doing, but we have the thermal shelter is having an awareness event. It's called One Night Without a Home, and that's this
Right.
Friday at Marlow Heights Baptist Church. It's on Manassas between Ross and Braxton. And so Friday night, we are spending the night outside, and it's supposed to be, I think, in the 30s. So bring a tent or bring your car. We have a lot of our homeless that stay in their cars. And then we also have a lot that stay in tents. We're going to have a really light dinner. I think we're having hot dogs and chips and that kind of thing. We're having some guest speakers. So we are having someone who was staying at the thermal shelter and is now housed and doing really well. Emily Marlowe with Marlowe Motors is going to be speaking to us also. And it's just basically to bring awareness to our homeless population here in Warren County. So
Nothing opens up the pocketbook like spending a night out in the wind in the cold. But it's true. It's a good example. We don't, we take things for granted and we don't realize that. I always tell people you're about 2 weeks away from the street. The average person could be homeless for no reason of their own, undoing. I mean, like you say, things happen, and
right.
we all of us live pretty close to the edge.
And with the economy the way it is, we're receiving a lot more phone calls. I'm involved with House of Hope, and they receive calls every single day, multiple calls about people desperate for somewhere to stay,
Right.
men and women, because they don't realize it's
Right.
just for men. But I receive them at social services, and it's really it's really a critical situation right now.
Right,
I think,
right.
and I think it's just going to get worse. But anyway, so that's what that is.
That's
It
a
starts
good
at
awareness. That's great.
4 p.m.
Bring your tent, start
And-
setting up around 4.
Yep. And
Okay.
and then, or if you just want to stay in the car, and you don't have to spend the night. You can just come out for the.
You can chicken out. That's okay.
You can. I've thought about it. You can come out just for the dinner.
Here's what Michelle's going to do. She's going to show up, do her thing, and she'll wait till everybody falls asleep. And then the next thing you know, she'll push her car down and get it started. And she'll roll back in about 5:30 in the morning.
Well, the next morning, I hope I sleep, because the next morning I have the Rotary Shred Day on the 22nd, and that's at the Front Royal Volunteer Fire Department in their parking
okay.
lot that we have it there every year. It is from 9 to 11, so it's 1 hour shorter this year than in the past.
Well, because the trucks fill up so fast.
Yes, and that's one of the
People
reasons.
get there right, the last hour, and the truck's gone. We're
Right.
sorry, we're sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So,
happened.
and we didn't used to have a minimum. I mean, a maximum of boxes. So
Right.
this year they've given us a 3-box limit per car. So you can only bring 3 boxes of shred. This year, but they partnered with Blue Ridge Hospice, and they have an e-recycling, so they'll be there also. This is on Facebook. It is they give a list of all the things that they will accept for the e-recycling, and the things that they will not accept. So anything with a tube in it, I don't think is accepted.
Right.
But communication equipment, medical equipment, they do not accept. Point of sale equipment, barcoding equipment, test equipment. I don't know what that, but they do not take those. But they do take, laptops and computers and all that kind of good stuff.
Okay.
And servers and mainframes, and they take a lot.
Well, that's
so
good.
that's a 2 hours. That is starting at 9 a.m. Front Royal Volunteer Fire Department, and that's this Saturday, the 22nd.
Plus, you can bring your documents and they'll shred those
Yes,
up.
yep,
All
bring
right.
your documents.
Okay. That's pretty cool. I mean, like I say, I notice every time we try to, my wife saves these things up to shred. She wants to shred everything. I said, it's 40 years old. Just throw it in the trash. But now she won't do it.
You need to shred it.
You need to shred it. So it's interesting. I brought the truck here one time to shred stuff. 1,500 pounds I shred.
Oh my goodness.
So yes, and it's amazing how much this stuff weighs and how much stuff you do accumulate.
Right.
It is. It's a strange thing, but it's a good, safe way to do it. It's pretty cool how those trucks work. Grind it up.
Oh, it
stick in
does.
there.
It does it right there.
Oh,
It
yeah.
lifts the trash can up and dumps it in and
And
grinds
there's
it
no
up.
way you can weave those back together.
No.
Either. All right, we got one more thing or two more
we have
things. I
two
think.
more things, I think.
Okay.
So the reason I'm bringing this up, and normally I don't do fundraisers, but the beneficiary is worthwhile.
Sure.
So the Rotary Club of Warren County is having an event on November 5th, which is a Saturday night, at the Front Royal Volunteer Fire Department. Thank you to them for letting us use your banquet hall. It's called Boots and Bourbon, and it's like a country gala, if you will. We're going to have dinner by Schaefer's and lots of fun activities. That is
Line
Western
dancing, I can tell you.
line dancing. I'm not going to be doing that, but a lot of people like line dancing. So
Oh, yeah.
we're going to have a bull, one of those mechanical bulls. It's going to be there, and just a fun time. A lot of fun little games and stuff like that. And all the money that we raise at this event is going to purchase, hopefully, 2 book vending machines to go into E. Wilson Morrison and Russie Jeffries. And these book vending machines work with tokens, and so these kids can earn tokens. And then when they have enough to buy a book, they go in and they pick the book that they want. They're really nice. LFK Elementary School has one, and they're quite expensive. So that is what the money is going to be raised for, so we can purchase these 2 machines and put them in each school.
The Rotary Club does so much for our community.
Yeah,
So much. You don't really realize it because it kind of, they're not out there tooting their own horn a lot, but when you go back and look at the end of the year and all the things and the monies they raise and the work
Right.
they do in the community.
And the money they give to different
Oh,
organizations.
yeah.
And
We
everything.
just
They're
talked,
great.
last week we talked about the Kiwanis Pancake Day. Another great thing that all that money goes right into our local community and helps kids things. So they've been doing this for like 60 some years, and I know the Rotary Club too. These organizations have just put millions of dollars back into our community.
Right.
It's great
Right.
work, great work.
And the Rotary Club of Front Royal is getting ready for their Doc Smith basket, so that's
Right,
gearing
right.
up. So look for that information when that
Right,
starts coming
okay.
out. Also, the last thing I have is Thanksgiving dinner sign up. The Rockland Church does Thanksgiving dinner. They deliver it. We take the applications for that. So we'll be doing that. We're starting now with taking applications for the Thanksgiving dinner for those in need. We will be, checking that. They're mostly people like that are in social services or are in a program within social services will be able to get those. So
Well, before you know it, this morning's weather was a little
Yes.
touch of it and reminded me the thermal shelter will be opening soon. So
Yeah, it's
that's
not opening till
Well,
December.
December, but that's
mid-December.
it's coming.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
So don't forget about supporting the thermal shelter as well.
Yeah. Yes, the thermal shelter needs lots of support also.
Oh, I know it.
So-
We'll be get back together with Michelle and maybe Philip. We'll be talking about your new home that you're working on, and you can check out some of those stories that we've done on that. And Brooke, one more time, Warren Job Fair.
Yes, Warren County Job Fair. It will be next Tuesday, the 25th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Warren County Community Center, which is over on Villa Drive, as he said,
Right.
the old Samuel's Library.
Right.
There'll be signs out. Anybody and everybody is welcome. There's no charge to employers or community members or clients.
So even if you're thinking about it, just take a stroll through there and
Yeah.
see what kind of things are available.
And Laurel Ridge will be there as
There's
well.
a lot of employers that are right here, very close by. You know, if you drive out, we don't really see them
520.
because they're not
522.
out 522, and you see Ferguson's out there, and
Right.
and I want to call it DuPont, but that's not their name anymore. But you know, I would say there's a lot of businesses that we don't really see on a day-to-day basis. We just
Right.
they're kind of like out of sight, you know, and but they have a lot of jobs, jobs out there. And I see we just built a brand new distribution center out there, a warehouse, a logistics center, or whatever they call it. So that'll be creating more jobs and a lot of stuff going on. I think it's great. The
Yeah.
port's expanding. I mean,
It is.
there's
Yeah.
jobs everywhere.
Yes.
If you need a job, there's really no excuse not to find one. That's
Yes,
for
if
sure.
you need a job, come see Brooke.
Right.
Make an
Yes.
appointment to see her and get set up and, learn about
And
what employers have.
Right, and how you
out
can
there.
move up and be
Yes.
retrained and different
Yeah,
things else. You
absolutely.
might have to work here now, but look, we can train you
Yeah.
for this so you can move up and have a career.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
great.
Yeah, so you don't need to come to the job fair to get help with finding
No,
a job.
no,
You can
no.
just, call social services, ask for Brooke, and she'll be happy to help you.
Yes,
More the merrier.
the more the merrier.
Well, Brooke, thank you so much for coming in
you.
here with Michelle. I know she always tries to bring a partner with her and share the limelight, but it's great that you're here. Michelle, again, thanks so much.
Thank you for
I want to
having
remind
us.
everyone about the Warren County, the Warren Job Fair from DSS, the trick or treat junket, whatever we want to call it.
Jack-o'-lantern
It's
Jubilee.
Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee, yes.
All right, that's
Be
coming
lots
up
of
on the
fun.
27th. But I'll list all these things below the video here so you can check it out. Look at the links that we go to and all the items for the shred day. But that's a good thing. It's good
Yeah.
work. Good
If you have
work.
any questions, just give me a call or
I
shoot
have
me an
Michelle on
email
speed dial, so it's okay. It's great. It's great. She said, "Why? Who's calling me?"
I always know.
Yeah, you always know. I know. Again, appreciate you guys so much
Well,
for coming
thank you
in.
so
Thank
much.
you.